Welcome to the Cryptic Commander on YouTube. We're proudly sponsored by North Valley Games, where you can go to northvalleygames.com and save 10% off your orders. We're sponsored by Hobby Goblins. We're partnered with Magic the Gathering Player Group. We can find them on Facebook. And we're also sponsored by Cosmic Gaming. I'm your host, Luna.
I'm Jarrett.
Jarrett, why don't you let us know what we're going to do today?
We're going to be opening up a collector booster of Streets of New Capenna.
So what kind of things are you looking to get out of this?
I don't know. Maybe Nixus? Maybe.
So you're looking to get what? Essentially?
Xander, Bootlegger Stash.
It wasn't his nickname Mob something, Mob Nixless. Yeah, it was Mob Nixless.
Yeah, something like that. I mean,
right. I know they have Elspeth. They have the Elspeth's Blade. Any other thoughts on what else?
There's probably more, and I'm just drawing a blank on them right at the moment. So, I mean, the only best way to do is, the Triumphs.
Yeah, you're right. They finished the set, which you can, and with this, you have a chance of getting the alternate art.
Yeah.
So there's two different versions of the alternate art.
Yep.
I can't remember the different names of the two alternate arts, but with this, you'll have a chance of getting both of them.
One's the alternate art, and one's the Borderless full art.
The showcase art.
Yeah,
the alternate art and the showcase art.
Yep.
Well, anyway, without further ado, let's get cracking.
Alrighty. Safety first. Never really, but never can go wrong with safety. Alright. Alright, so we open this up, and that will do it. So we'll come back next week. Box topper.
As far as you know, it's the same box topper in every box.
Yeah, they really should have changed it up a lot.
Well, I have a question. Why do you think they should do that? And then,
well, I mean, people that go out and buy boxes just to see if they can finally get all the Triumphs before purchasing them and stuff, and you buy a bunch of them and you constantly get the same box topper.
Well, the thing about the box topper is each set has its own individual box topper that has a special art or a special card that comes out. There are variations, though, where you could be talking about the art card. Like in the newest Zendikar set, if you bought, I think, this collector booster as well, then you got a chance at one of the fetches. So I understand where you're coming from. Mainly throughout Magic history, it's only been one kind, but they have done a variation, so who knows?
I mean, look at, was it Instrad? Last set, you had Dracula, but you had other vampire box toppers.
Yeah, you're right. So they gave you a variance. So for this set specifically, they went with one art, and they went for one card with one special art, and then for other sets, they've done different things. I understand where you're coming from then.
Right. But let's go ahead and get into these. Is there a certain card that you're hoping to see out of this?
Farts.
Back to the farts. Let me guess, sharks too?
Possibly.
You and those cards. Why? Why you want to do this to me with that?
Okay, so if nobody knows what farts are, they are full arts, and sharks are shiny full arts.
You only call them that for the lands. You don't do it for anything else.
No, because it just is special. I have a draft set of farts, and that's a friend of mine called them that a while back. So I'm curious, do these have the side pull tabs on them?
No, they do not.
They don't?
That's why I was struggling. I'm like, I'm still struggling. I'm already just stab these packs and be like that.
I mean, it is only pack one.
It is only pack one. Let's see. We got our foiled token. What kind of token?
Well, everyone's random, so let's find out. It's going to be a random token at every pack.
And it is a rogue. But we're going to go ahead and go over. And we got some stuff. There's your shard.
All right.
A shard, basic land forest. All right. And I see. We got Jax the Troublemaker. 3 generic, 1 red. Human Warrior. Pay 1 red, tap this, discard a card, create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control. It gains haste. When this creature dies, draw a card, sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step, activate only as a sorcery. Then you have the choice of paying for its blitz, which is 1 generic and 1 red. Not the card I was looking for, but oh, what's this? Reign of Riches, an enchantment. 3 generic, 2 red. When Reign of Riches enters the battlefield, create 2 treasure tokens. The first spell you cast each turn that mana from a treasure was spent to cast as Cascade. Am I saying that right?
Correct.
All right. Cascade. And we got a full art cut of Profits. X generic, 2 black, casualty of 3. You draw X cards and lose X life. Care for that one?
I'm just curious what the next card is.
Agnes, the Dragon's Lash. That's I think it's a guild art, not guild foil, but guild.
The gilded art.
Yeah. So 1 generic, either pay with a black or red, 1 red, and either red or green.
Which that's called hybrid mana.
Yeah. Which it has haste. Whenever this creature you control with haste attacks, create a tap treasure token. See if we can focus in a little bit. If I bring it down, about right there, maybe. Yeah. And then we got another Jax the Troublemaker. Foil Borderless. Awesome. With our foiled treasure. Alright. Not bad. Now if I remember correctly, in the collector's box you can still get one of the listed cards, right?
I don't think so, but it's possible.
Because I know it just dawned on me, I want that one creature that comes in as an enchantment, unless you control so many of your opponent's creatures, and then becomes a creature, where you exile the bottom card of their library.
I don't know, but I'm curious what the rares are in this pack.
Yeah, we'll see. Witness protection. Your shard of a swamp. And we got, a guild art. Guild foil. Masked Bandit. Love that guild. Oh,
this is the new Tarmogoyf. Essentially, people are calling it that. So this card's definitely gone up in value, and if you want to go ahead and read this, and we'll understand why it's so powerful.
Ledger Shredder. 1 generic, 1 blue. Flying. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, Ledger Shredder connives?
Connives. So what is conniving?
Conniving is draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature.
So think of Commander. Every player is going to be casting multiple spells, and you're going to have a lot of chances. And then also in formats where it's competitive, people are going to be wanting to spell sling a lot and as quickly as possible. This coming down for 2 mana, 1/3 is an amazing blocker. You add flying, then you add all this abilities. The fact that it can keep conniving over and over again, this thing just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And since it has flying, it's better than trample.
Yeah. All you need is it to have trample too.
Yeah, you're right. And some people can argue, and I could be talking out of place, that it's not better than trample. For this perspective, for me, a lot of times you're not going to play flyers, you're just going to play kill spells. So trample also has an effective radius, where you can just keep hitting your opponent. But often, people don't have answers to flyers if it's not just a kill spell.
Right. Then we got False Floor. It's just a 4 generic artifact. False Floor enters the battlefield tap. Creatures enter the battlefield tap. Pay 2 generic, tap this, exile false floor, exile all untapped creatures, activate only as a sorcery. Huh, I guess that's a kind of a decent board wipe if you're playing.
I guess so.
Depending on how you go at it. Full art, cut your losses, or not full art, but borderless. 4 generic, 2 blue, 2 casualties, sorcery. Target player mills half their library, round down. And then casualty, whereas you sacrifice a creature that's a power of 2 or more, and you copy it. Then you got the showcase art of Xander's Lounge. One of the triomes. Wish it was foiled, but it is not. That is beautiful. And then the foiled alternate art of, let's see if I can focus this. Gidia, Font of Hope. 1 generic, 1 white. Flying Vigilance. Each other angel you control enters the battlefield with additional +1/+1 counter on it for each angel you already control.
So this was one of the key story pieces, and a friend of mine was looking for this card and this art specifically. There might be an alternate art that they're looking for, but essentially, if you're looking for an angel commander, this is the card. But this individual was able to create Halo. Nobody can figure it out why. The gangs of the underworld was using to her advantage, and eventually Elspeth was able to help her find her way back to the angels, realizing that this whole time she was angel all along, and before she ascended, she gave Elspeth such a magnificent blade.
Then an Ogre Warrior, along with a Citizen. It's a good card. All right. Got 1 triome down.
I'm curious how many triomes you can get in this set. In this booster box.
In this collector box?
Yeah, this collector box. There's so many new ones now. I kept wanting to say set, then I wanted to say draft, then I wanted to say collector, and then I said something else. It's just there's so many different kinds these days.
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully we can get them all. Still haven't seen the mythic yet. Still nothing but rares.
So what? There's about 3 rares in a box.
About that. There's your chart.
Oh no, there's 4 rares in a box. It looks like.
Yeah.
4 rares in a pack.
4 rares in a pack. Yeah, not a box. If it was in a box, it's not worth it.
Yeah, then you're just getting a regular box. Then you're not even getting a full value in the box.
Ooh, a Riveteer Charm. And then Gateway Car. 3 generic artifact vehicle. Haste. Whenever Gateway Car attacks or blocks, return up to 1 target creature that crewed it this turn to its owner's hand. Crewed by 1. Huh. See if I can. Right there. Then we got Contractual Safeguard. 2 generic, 1 white. And it has what is that word? Did you say addendum?
Addendum. Like addendum. Yeah, addendum.
Addendum. If you cast this spell during your main phase, put a shield counter on a creature you control. Choose a kind of counter on a creature you control. Put a counter of that kind on each other creature you control.
So it's another form of proliferate, essentially, but it does a lot more work.
Yeah, with I guess more counters, I guess.
Well, I don't know about more counters, but it's a pseudo form of proliferation. I like this card, to be honest, and I like that you got the Borderless.
Borderless Mysterious Limousine. 3 generic, 2 white. It's an artifact vehicle. Whenever Mysterious Limousine enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 other target creature until Mysterious Limousine leaves the battlefield. If a creature is put into exile this way, return each other card exiled with Mysterious Limousine to the battlefield under its owner's control. Crew by 2. All right, then we got Soul of Emancipation. It's a 4 generic, 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue. Whenever Soul of Emancipation enters the battlefield, destroy up to 3 other target non-land permanents. For each of those permanents its controller creates a 3/3 white angel creature token with flying.
Oh, I like that a lot.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know what to do with it.
Well, think about drafting it or playing it in sealed.
Yeah, I guess.
If you think about how a lot of rares are made, essentially, is with drafting in mind and maybe sometimes commander in mind. And then if they want to go into competitive formats, then they can do different competitive formats in mind. But RNG essentially is able to do that for us.
Right. Let's see if I can try to get this back to focus. There we go. Then, Borderless foiled Reservoir Kraken.
Is this the fish kraken?
It is the fish kraken. It's a 2 generic, 2 blue creature kraken, trample, ward of 2. At the beginning of each combat, if Reservoir Kraken is untapped, any opponent may tap and untap creature they control. If they do, tap Reservoir Kraken and create a 1/1 blue fish creature token with this creature can't be blocked. It's such a dangerous card.
So essentially a 4-mana 6/6 with trample, ward, and wait, this is not even a mythic.
Nope.
That's upsetting to me that this isn't a mythic. So power creep and magic has just gone up because this at one point literally would have been a mythic.
It should have been, but it's not. I guess the others beat it out.
Well, no, think about with the upgrades since War of the Spark, since we have legendary planeswalkers created legendary creatures. Now power creep is created, so these uncommon cards, essentially, what I was meaning is uncommon planeswalkers creating uncommon legendaries, creating the power creep to go up, so these more powerful spells. Then there was even a very powerful common in this set that literally had 2 or 3 abilities as a 1-drop. It's unfortunate where Magic is going. It's where it's not balancing itself properly.
Who knows? We'll see what Wizards decides to go with. You never know. Jackhammer. Ready to rumble. Breath. Ooh, Tainted Indulgence. And your shard. We got to your shard. It's an island one. The island shard. Lothrop Scourge Charm. Shattered Seraph. Tramway Station. And now we got a Park Heights Pegasus as our rare. It's 1 green, 1 white. It's Pegasus, flying trample. Whenever Park Heights Pegasus deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. If you had 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Alright. Then we got Gavel of the Righteous. 2 generic artifact equipment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a charge counter on Gavel of the Righteous. Equipped creature gets a +1/+1 for each counter on Gavel of Righteous. As long as Gavel of Righteous has 4 or more counters on it, equipped creature has double strike. Equip, you have to pay 3 generic or remove a counter from Gavel of Righteous. So you can remove a counter and then just equip it, or just tap 30. Full art Avian's Heart Stabber? Yeah. 1 blue, 1 black. Assassin, bird, flying. As long as there are 5 or more mana values among the cards in your graveyard, Avon Heartstabber gets +2/+2 and has Death Touch. When Avon Heartstabber dies, mill 2 cards, then draw a card. Rigo Streetwise Mentor. Hybrid of green and white, 1 white, and a hybrid of white and blue. Rigo Streetwise Mentor enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. Whenever you attack a player or planeswalker with 1 or more creatures with power 1 or less, draw a card. And then we got, our first mythic. Titan Industry. Borderless. Foiled. So 4 generic, 3 greens, elemental creature with reach, trample. When Titan of Industry enters the battlefield, choose 2. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Target player gains 5 life. Create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature token, or put a shield counter on a creature you control. Awesome. First mythic.
Nice.
And it's a foil. I think that's...
So how many packs get opened? What?
There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. So 12 packs in a booster.
Yeah, so essentially we're looking at what, 2 to 3 mythics in a box?
Possibly. But since it's a collector, it's probably more.
Well, at minimum is what I'm looking
at. At minimum, yeah. Hopefully, you can see something good. All right. And our chart of a swamp. And our first rare is Widespread Thieving. 2 generic, 1 red enchantment, hideaway of 5. And whenever you cast a multicolored spell, create a treasure token, then you may pay 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red, 1 green. If you do, you may play the exile card without paying its mana cost. Not bad. Mythic. I'm not even going to try that first one. Parnesius. Yeah.
Parnesius is the subtle brush.
Yeah.
So Parnesius or Parnasses, however you pronounce P. She's Miss P.
Yeah, just Miss P. Miss P, the subtle brush. 2 generic, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red. Legendary creature, Vampire Wizard. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless that player pays 4 life. Whenever you copy a spell, up to 1 target opponent may also copy that spell. They may choose a new target for that copy.
This is an interesting Grixis group hug style.
I guess. I mean, it's interesting. Then you got Sanguine. Yeah, Sanguine. Sand. We're going to just call it Sand Spy. 2 generic, 1 black creature, Vampire Rogue. Menace, lifelink. Pay 1, sacrifice another creature, look at the top card of your library. You may put that card into your graveyard. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 5 or more mana value among cards in your graveyard, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card. This would be considered alternate art, right?
Yeah, this is an alternate art as far as I know.
Errant Street Artist. It's 1 blue. Legendary creature, human rogue. With flash, defender, and haste. 1 generic, 1 blue. Tap this. Copy target spell you control that wasn't cast. You may choose a new target for the copy. Interesting. And hey,
Foil spy.
this time it's foil with either a devil or rogue. Alright. 2 mythics so far. Not bad. Still looking for the ob, and we only got 1 triome. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe this dog will help us out. Sniff it out for us, boy. Sniff it out. We should be getting close to... Yep, there's the shark. Always a shark. The shark shows the halfway mark. Ooh. Guildfoil. Rocco's Cabaret Coutier. And we got a mythic. Meeting of the 5. 3 generic, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red, 1 green. It's a sorcery.
So what, is that 2 or 3 packs in a row you got a mythic?
3 packs in a row.
Nice.
And it's sorcery. Exile the top 10 cards of your library, and you may cast spells with exactly 3 colors from among them this turn. Add 2 white, 2 blue, 2 black, 2 red, 2 green. Spend this mana only to cast spells exactly 3 colors. Not bad. Then we got Borderless Waste Management. 2 generic, 1 black. Instant with a kicker of 3 generic, 1 black. Exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. If this spell was kicked, instead exile target player's graveyard. Create a 2/2 black rogue creature token for each creature card exiled this way. Not bad. Oh, we got another Jax the Troublemaker. Then we got another mythic. A mythic full art Halo Fountain. 2 generic, 1 white. It's an artifact. You pay 1 white, tap this, untap a tapped creature you control, create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. Pay 2, tap this, untap 2 tapped creatures you control, draw a card. Pay 5 white, tap this, untap 15 tapped creatures you control, you win the game.
I really enjoy that this is the alternate art.
Yes, it's beautiful. And then,
This is even more beautiful to me, that gilded foil.
yeah, the gilded foil. Jenny Faye Gemetier second. So pretty. It's red green hybrid, 1 green, green white hybrid. If you would create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cat creature tokens with haste, or that many 3/1 green dog creature tokens with vigilance. I love it. And then there's your fish. You like your fish, don't you?
They were unblockable in this set, which made them really difficult to deal with in drafts. Sealed. Pre-release is where it really was a problem.
Yeah, don't remind me. That was terrible. Let's see. Alright. Still got some more packs left. Let's see if we can pull something else. Alright. No, we're going to get to that. There's that shark. Everyone's favorite. First rare. Oh, Tenacious Underdog.
This one, because of being 2 mana, it could have been on borderline for Mythic only because of drafting.
Right. It's a 1 generic, 1 black creature. It has Blitz, which is 2 generic, 2 black, and pay 2 life. When you cast Tenacious Underdog from your graveyard using its Blitz ability. Or you may cast it, my bad. It goes well with so much combos that where to begin.
On its own, if you want to read what the rest of the card does, and then we go into even what Blitz does.
I already did read the rest of the card.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I am having a short-term memory issue. Sorry about that.
No,
but for me, essentially, the fact that this card draws every single time, you can just bring it back later on. You can bring it in early as a 2-drop 3/2 is huge. That's above rating the normal 2-drops. Tarmogoyf, of course, is bigger than that, but the fact that you can just pay 4 mana and bring it back every single turn if you wanted to, or as long as you have mana to cast this spell, essentially, you can keep drawing cards and have a 3/2 body to hit.
Right. And then it's also deadly with Meat Hook Massacre out on the field on your side.
You are not wrong.
Smuggler's Share, 2 generic, 1 whites, an enchantment. At the beginning of each end step, draw a card for each opponent who drew 2 or more cards this turn. Then create a treasure token for each opponent who had 2 or more lands enter the battlefield under their control this turn. Alright, not bad. An Evolving Door. It's a 2 generic, 1 green artifact. Pay 1 generic, tap this, sacrifice a creature. Count the colors of the sacrificed creature, then search your library for a creature card that's exactly that many colors, plus 1. Exile that card, then shuffle. You may cast the exile card, activate only as a sorcery. Not bad. Oh, another Ginny Faye Gemeteer second. And then Maestro's Diabolist. 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red. Vampire Warrior with Death Touch and Haste. Whenever Maestro's Diabolist attacks, if you don't control a devil token, create a tapped and attacking 1/1 red devil creature token with, when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Not bad. And then we got your cat token. I know you like collecting cat tokens. I assume you're going to want that.
I mean, it's not just cat tokens, it's tokens for my cube. Because you never know when you're going to need a token. You always, sometimes when you adjust it, you got to find another one. So collecting tokens isn't an issue in my perspective. But then when you have a whole bunch that you don't need and you don't have any use for, then essentially you can always bring into your LGS or maybe sell them for bulk, but usually people don't want to buy tokens.
Well, I mean, do you want that token?
No, I'm good.
Alright.
I like that it's shiny, but you can have it.
Alright, cool. Murder. Crew Captain. I always want to say Captain Crew, but it's Crew Captain. A little bit dyslexia going on. And then our Shard of a Land. An island. Maestro's Charm. Tramway Station. Shatters. Another Maestro Diabolist. Alright. Then we got Misfortune Teller. 3 generic, 1 black, human warlock, Death Touch. When Misfortune Teller enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a 2/2 black rogue creature token. If it was a land card, create a treasure token, otherwise you gain 3 life.
Just a lot of shenanigans.
It is. You can do a lot with it. Then we got Extraction Specialist. 2 generic, 1 white. Human Rogue, lifelink. When Extraction Specialist enters the battlefield, return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature can't attack or block for as long as you control Extraction Specialist. Oh, one of the big guys.
Eventually, I'm going to have to get one of these to put in my cube, but I also don't know if I want to do it because I put only one. So for me, I put one of each try, and I have one that's all about tokens, and the token deck is there, so I don't think I want to do this. I just enjoy this card very much, and I want to do something with it.
Right. Let's see if I can focus in for the viewers. It's Geometeer Nexus of Rebels. One generic, one red, one green, one white. It's a cat demon. Cat demon. So Anubis. No, Anubis is the dog.
This is the mafioso,
Yeah.
essentially the gang of the Cabaretti,
Right.
gang leader.
Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have vigilance as long as you control 3 or more creatures. Creatures you control also get +1/+0 and have trample as long as you control 6 or more creatures. Creatures you control get +1/+0 and have double strike as long as you control 9 or more creatures.
So the more creatures you have, the better your deck gets.
Yeah, you can say that again. Then you got
Oh, I'm jealous.
Diabolist Ballet. 2 generic, 1 red. It's the Borderless. It's a Devil Warrior, Trample, and Haste with Alliance. Which, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, double Devilish Ballet's power until the end of turn.
On Facebook, I've seen on Arena, somebody had around 10,000. It was either 1,000 or 10,000. I can't remember which one, but no matter what, the fact that trample with 1,000 plus, that's just chaotic.
Yeah, you're done. Unless somehow you have something to remove it real quick.
Yeah, well, removal spells can deal with anything. But the fact that you aren't always going to have removal, and not every deck runs removal, and not every color has supporting properly in removal, it's a great card on its own.
Oh, yeah. And let's get rid of that. So far, no planeswalkers yet. I know there's some in here. This set. It just.
What has it been, 4 or 5 mythics?
5.
You had like 4 in a row and then 1 before that, I think.
Yep. And
technically 5 in a row because I think 1 pack was a double mythic.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, another foil. Cut your losses. We already gone over this. Then we got a full art body count. 2 generic, 1 black. Speculate for 1 black. Draw a card for each creature that died under your control this turn. Good draw card. Then Hoarder Hauler. 3 generic, 1 red. Artifact vehicle with trample. When Hoarder Hauler deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token for each artifact they control. Crew of 3. Fleetfoot Dancer. Yikes. That's a name. 1 generic, 1 red, 1 green, 1 white. It has trample, lifelink, and haste. That's not bad for 4-drop. Trample, lifelink, and haste.
And it's a 4/4.
Yeah, it's a 4/4. Then we got foiled, borderless, depopulate. 2 generic, 2 white, sorcery. Each player who controls a multicolored creature draws a card, then destroy all creatures. Good board wipe. Excellent board wipe.
It's no Wrath of God, but it's still nice.
I mean,
It,
it's
actually, wait. Okay, now I have to. Now that I said what I said, and then now that I see that's 4 mana, because I thought it was 5 mana. Each player drawing a card. So I guess you can draw a card, but everybody else is drawing a card. So to me, Wrath of God is better because it's ensuring your opponents don't get any card advantage.
that's only if they're multicolored cards that get destroyed.
I know it's the theoretical side if your opponents have multicolor spells.
Yeah. Multicolored creatures. So, I mean, if you're going against a monocolored deck, you're golden.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. For the family. Now we're getting down to our last few packs. Is there still a card that you're hoping to see out of this?
I've seen all the cards I've wanted to see.
Really?
Yeah, those sharts.
But you and the sharts, man. You and the sharts.
Yeah, but no farts, technically. Well, we got farts,
Ooh.
but they're ooh.
A Guild Art Foil Riveteer Charm.
It's just that gilded art treatment on that border is so beautiful.
It is. Then we got a first rare. Oh, well, it's a Fleetfoot Dancer.
If your friends don't dance, then they're no friends of mine.
Walk away from that. Vivian Stampede. 4 generic, 2 green sorcery. Each creature you control gains vigilance, trample, and melee until the end of turn. At the beginning of your next main phase, this turn, draw a card for each player who was dealt combat damage this turn. Oh boy. Workshop War Chief. 3 generic, 2 green. It's a Rhino Warrior. Trample, borderless. When Workshop War Chief enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. When Workshop War Chief dies, create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature token. It also has Blitz for 4 generic, 2 green. Not bad.
Shadow of Mortality.
Yeah. What do you say, borderless or full art?
Borderless. It can technically be full art, but the thing is, you do have your text box.
Right, but you can kind of see the art through the text box.
I mean, they do that for planeswalkers sometimes too. I'm gonna call this borderless.
All right. It's a 13 generic, 2 black avatar. If your life total is less than your starting life total, the spell costs X less to cast, where X is the difference. Just comes out to be a 7/7. With a foiled Obscura Interceptor, 1 generic, 1 white, 1 blue, 1 black. It has flash, lifelink. When Obscura Interceptor enters the battlefield, it connives. When it connives this way, return up to 1 target spell to its owner's hand. Alright. You little devil, you did this. And the citizen can help keep the devil away.
Or is it the devil on the citizen's shoulder?
Yeah, I can go with that one too. Everything sucks when it comes to that. Alright, let's see if we can fly through these a little bit, because it's time. There's your shard. You've seen all your shards.
No, there's one more.
What one more shard have you not seen?
The next pack.
Oh, Jesus. Mythic.
Alright.
Arcane Bombardment. Bombardment.
I like that foil treatment, the way that art looks.
Right. The 4 generic 2 red enchantment. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, Exile instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost.
So you know the difference, what they would have done if this card was blue instead of red?
What?
They would have gotten rid of the word random. That's all they would have done. They would have switched it to blue and gotten rid of the word random.
Yeah, I can see it. Skyboon Evangelist.
Yep.
Flying when Skyboon Evangelist enters the battlefield, support 6. Whenever a creature with a counter on it attacks one of your opponents, that creature gains flying until the end of turn.
A strategy where you give a bunch of your commander creatures counters and now you're just attacking with a bunch of flyers.
Right. Oh.
Ledger Shredder.
This time it's borderless.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we get a borderless? But it was spoiled. Then we got Broker's Ascendancy. 1 green, 1 white, 1 blue enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker you control.
I think this is the most abstract art we've gotten in a while.
It is so weird, but I like it.
Love it. Want some more of it.
Oh.
Is that another mythic? And foil and borderless?
And borderless foil mythic. And Hilo, the painter. 1 blue, 1 black, 1 red. With Death Touch, the first instant or sorcery spell you cast each turn has casualty of 2. Not bad. Shockingly, still no Planeswalker.
Well, there are only 3 in the set, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there's only 3 in the set.
The 3 Ob,
Elspeth, and Vivian.
and Vivian, yep. Surprisingly, I haven't seen Herberest yet. That's a shock. Get his full art Phyrexian foil. There you go.
This is your last chance to get one.
I'm not gonna hold my hopes up. Look, now you've seen all the shards. Are you happy?
I'm mildly pleased.
You're mildly pleased. Glamorous Outlaw. Such a good card. Mr. Hero. And then Shadow of Mortality.
We've seen both of the arts for this card now.
Yeah. Next to Kin. 2 generic, 1 green. Enchantment Aurora. Did I say that right? Aura or Aurora?
Aura.
I'm going to say Aurora. But Aura. Enchant creature. When enchant creature dies, you may put a creature card you own with lesser mana value, from your hand or from the command zone onto the battlefield. If you do, return next to kin to the battlefield attached to that creature at the beginning of the next end step.
That's sweet.
Bring everything back. Then we got
Last card is a mythic. Well, I guess the last card's a token, but the last real card is a mythic.
Actually, we still got about 2 more after this.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a mythic, 2 generic, 2 black. It's Death Touch. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, body Launderer. Am I saying that? Launderer?
Yeah.
Launderer connives. When body Launderer dies, return another target non-rogue creature card with equal or less power from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think they did the non-rogue clause, so you didn't just put this in a rogue deck.
Right. Obscured Interceptor. We already seen this. And our last card is
Shiny.
Oh, that's a foiled etch. It's an etch foiled. Scheming Fence. 1, or not 1, but it's you all 1 white, 1 blue. Creature, human citizen. As Scheming Fence enters the battlefield, you may choose a non-land permanent. activated abilities of the chosen permanent can't be activated. Scheming Fence has all active abilities of the chosen permanent except for loyalty abilities. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate those abilities. All right. That's all of them.
Well, thank you very much for watching today. We truly do appreciate it. Go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and share this video anywhere you'd like to share it. We'd like to thank our sponsors again. We'd like to thank North Valley Games, and you can go to northvalleygames.com and save 10% off your orders. You can go to. We are also sponsored by the Hobby Goblins. We're partnered with Magic the Gathering Player Group. We can find them on Facebook and Cosmic Gaming. This is your host Luna,
Jarrett,
signing off.
Toodles.